Good morning, dear students. Welcome to science session. I hope you all are safe and fine. As we all knows that corona is still present in an environment in our surrounding. So don't take it lightly and take care of all these things like wear mask when you are going outside, wash your hand when you are coming back and maintain distance from your friends and colleagues. In electricity subchapter, we see now Ohm's law. Ohm's law is actually a relation between the potential difference and the current flowing through the conductor. Conductor means the metallic wire we are using. So Ohm's law states that potential difference is directly proportional to the current. And we write here V is directly proportional to I. If we remove the proportionality sign, so we get a constant, right? So we get V equals to Ri. R is the constant for the given metallic wire. So the relation comes V equals to IR, that is called Ohm's law. R is the resistance, it is denoted by ohm, pronounced as ohm, right? So R will equals to V by E. And if we say that 1 ohm resistance is equals to the, if 1 volt potential is there and the current will be 1 ampere. So we can say that resistance, it is the property of a conductor to resist the flow of charge. Resistance, that is denoted by capital R, it opposes the flow of charge through wire. And if we calculate I will equals to V by R, that is I and R are inversely proportional to each other. If resistance is large, then current will flow very less, right? Because resistance is opposes the flow of current. Now factors on which resistance depend. So first is thing on the length of the wire we are using. So another is that on area of cross section. Area of cross section means the area through which electrons are flowing. Cross sectional area of a pipe or wire. Another is on the nature of its material. Which type of material we are using for a pipe or wire. So first, that resistance is directly proportional to the length of the wire. If length is large, then resistance will be large. If length is less, then resistance will be less. Another thing is that resistance is inversely proportional to the cross sectional area. That is the cross sectional area of a wire. If area is large, means wire is thick, then resistance will be less. If area is less, then resistance will be more, right? So if we combine these two equations, we get R is directly proportional to L by A, right? And if we again remove the proportionality sign, so we get R equals to rho L upon A. Rho is the constant that is called resistivity, right? The SI unit of rho is ohm meter, and metal have very low resistivity. Generally all the metals are good conductor of heat and electricity, so it have low resistivity and ranges 10 to the power minus 8 ohm meter to 10 to the power minus 6 ohm meter. On the other hand, insulators are bad conductor of heat and electricity, so have very high resistivity that ranges from 10 to 12 to 10 to the power 17 ohm meter, right? Now here is an example. How much current will an electric bulb draw from a 220 volt source if the resistance of the bulb filament is 1200 ohm, right? How much electric current heater coil drawn from 220 volt sources if resistance of the heater coil is 100 ohm. So here in this question we have given the potential difference 220 volt. So we write V equals to 200 volt. R, if the resistance of the bulb filament is this, resistance is given 1200 volt. So, and we have to calculate current, that is I, right? So I equals to V by R, which we calculate the relation. So put the values V 200 R this, we get 0.18 ampere is the current. Now second part is that how much electric current, we have to calculate the electric current again drawn from 220 volt sources. Here the potential difference is 220 and the resistance of the heater is given 100. So we put the values 220 by 100 and we get 2.2 ampere. So in this way we can calculate current in both the cases. Now another example. Suppose a wire of given material having length small n and area of cross section, that is capital A, has a resistance of 4 ohm. Resistance is given, right? So what would be the resistance of another wire of the same material having length L by 2 and area of cross section 2A? So formula of resistance, that is for first wire, resistance is equals to rho L upon A. So we write here R1 equals to rho L upon A and it is given 4 ohm. Resistance is given 4 ohm. Now for second wire it is written that the length will be L by 2 and area of cross section will be 2A. So we put the value R2 equals to rho, length is L by 2, area of cross section 2A. So R2 equals to rho L by 2, 2A by 1. We can write like this by cross multiplying outer side and inner side. We get rho equals to L by 4A. So 1 by 4 rho L upon A. Here we can write R1. Rho L upon A is R1 and put the value of R1 is 4 ohm. So it comes 1 ohm. R2 will be 1 ohm. So if length of the wire is decreasing and cross sectional area is increasing, so the resistance will be decreases, because here it is 4 ohm and resistance R2 in resistance will come 1 ohm.